Something weird is going on in Lumio City, and it's our job to get to the bottom of it. Pokemon Legends ZA is only a few days away, and honestly, this is a video that I had been meaning to sit down and record. It was going to be a small one, a short one anyway, but I just put it off for so long. But let's go ahead and talk about what is Emma doing in the game. A very important character who I've talked about before, but for some reason I didn't put together a formal video about her after she was officially revealed to be returning. So Emma was a character who we meet in the post-game of the original X and Y. After we catch up with Looker, who is posing as a detective in Lumio City, we also meet Emma, a homeless child who Looker has taken in, along with her Esper named Mimi. During this story, we find out that Emma has taken a job with Sorosic of Team Flare. She is helping him test the Essentia suit, which enhances a person's battle prowess as well as their physical abilities, though the user remains unconscious while Sorosic controls her and commits crimes and gets in the battles and all that stuff. Yeah, very weird, and she doesn't even really see a problem with all this. Of course, we end up battling her, stopping everything, and Sorosic gets taken away by Looker, and they both head off, leaving Emma as the new head of the Looker Bureau. And in things like Pokemon Masters, we see that she had taken to the role of detective very well. So now returning in Pokemon Legends ZA, which takes place a little farther in the future, she is exactly the person we're gonna want to meet. Also, her design is very interesting. Yeah, she has a detective coat, but underneath she is wearing the Essentia suit, which still gives her those enhancements. But don't worry, for some reason Sorosic decided to be good in one aspect by letting her keep it and disabling any of the controlling aspects. So yeah, that is where we find her, and in the first trailer for Legends ZA that reintroduced her, she was set up as a detective, but was also coupled with the side quest feature around the city, so it didn't seem like there was all that much urgency to tie her into the main story. However, in a later trailer, we see her delivering some important dialogue about the Rogue Mega Evolutions. Oh, and also AZ happens to be next to her. So that is very interesting. You know, when would these two characters have met? Sure, they were both in X and Y, but they were part of two completely different storylines. Really, the only thing they had in common was that they knew the protagonist, either Callum or Serena, who we don't even know if we'll see in Legends ZA. Very likely not, because as this game is one of the few sequels that we've seen, the others being Gold and Silver and Black 2 and White 2, and from those we know that the original protagonist usually isn't mentioned all that much, you know, maybe aside from the big battle with Red on top of Mount Silver, but in Black 2 and White 2 they are mentioned in passing, but we have no idea where they are. So now in Legends ZA, we'll very likely hear just little stories about Caleb and Serena, but they won't be present. The point is, there's a good chance they were the ones who introduced AZ and Emma, or you know, maybe now just both of them being well established in Lumio City they eventually met. We get an even bigger taste of their interactions in the Pokemon Legends ZA demo, which I was lucky enough to play at Pokemon World Championships. Though yeah, a lot of people have posted their demo footage here and there online already, so a lot of that is out there. The second part of this demo puts us in one of the first boss battles against a Mega Absol, but there's a good amount of interesting details leading up to it. We begin the demo as we're tracking down a 10% Zygarde, and Emma is also communicating to you through the Holocaster, implying that this is her true goal, trying to figure out what's going on with the Mega Evolutions and Zygarde, and pretty early on you as a player will have been enlisted to help her. Zygarde leads you to the top of a building where an Absol is about to go through a Rogue Mega Evolution, and just then Emma and AZ catch up to you. A weird detail that Emma was already working with you to track down the Zygarde that led you to the Absol, but AZ shows up because apparently Flo had alerted him that there could be another case of a Rogue Mega Evolution. And that's a weird little detail, like how does Floette know when a Rogue Mega Evolution is gonna happen? Maybe because it was blasted back to life through the power of the ancient weapon. It has some residual Mega Evolution energy inside it, and that's how it's able to feel what's going on. Which on top of that, what exactly is going on with all the Rogue Mega Evolutions? Very interesting, pink is utilized a lot, which yeah, sure, that is the color of Mega Evolution, or at least all the effects of it. But even more strange, in the demo, you can see a lot of these crystals forming around Lumio City, which give off Mega Evolution energy and when broken give you Mega Shards. Really strange, and obviously it's all going to build up to some plot later, but the crystals at least make me think of Diancie, another Pokemon from the Kalos region connected to Mega Evolution in some way. Oh, and would you look at that, it's also pink. So could Diancie be causing all this Mega Evolution buildup? Maybe, I don't know exactly why, at the very least I don't think it's intentional, but there could be something even stranger going on. And along with that, AZ being the person who introduces you to Mega Evolution, bringing a Lucario with a Mega Ring and sending it up to you on top of the roof to help battle the Absol, very weird. Yes, AZ does have a connection to the ultimate weapon and all that, but he had never seemed to be very interested in Mega Evolution, being one of the few important characters in X and Y who did not have a Mega Evolution on his team. So why now? At the very least, we could say that maybe in all his years of travel, he's picked up a lot of stuff, which yeah, I definitely believe that. And again, being the person who built the ultimate weapon, I think that maybe definitely it had even more repercussions than he could have ever imagined even now in the modern day. So maybe AZ, the ultimate weapon, Floette, and Diancie are all connected, all being the result of the use of the weapon. Oh yeah, and also Zygarde is there, which is the whole reason that the rest of us are dragged into this story. After the battle, everybody catches up and the Absol even joins you, and Emma starts to fill you in a little more about what's going on. The rival character also shows up and chimes in that there's a certain company keeping a close eye on everything happening. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing remains to be seen, but the only company that anybody can think about is, I don't know, Quasartico, the one that was introduced like really early on, and has two characters that look like they definitely could be villains. So quick crackpot theory, maybe they're controlling Diancie for some reason. They've got Diancie locked up for some reason, are doing some sort of experiments on it or something like that. Its power is getting out of control, causing a bunch of crystals to grow everywhere and mega evolutions to just happen without trainers, and the whole thing is throwing Lumio City out of whack. I don't know, maybe that's a bit too easy. It does make sense if you think about it or if you want to believe, but coming off of all the big twists of the recent Pokemon games on the Switch era, we just could not have predicted any of it, and it was never obvious from the trailers or gameplay that was shown off before the release. For now, I think that's an okay working theory, but I am very interested to see just how everybody comes together, especially Flowhead, who is absent from the demo, but had this really cool shot in the final trailer. Anyway, that's a recap of where we are now and some of my thoughts about everything. Like I said, the game is coming out in less than 2 weeks, so I figured I'd put out just a final little thoughts and theories here and there, as well as a breakdown of that information, so that we can see it all proved wrong in like 10 days. Whatever the case is, I'm very interested to see everything play out, and I'm very happy that we get to see some important returning characters like AZ and Emma. Honestly, some of the standouts from the original X and Y. Oh yeah, also Mabel is there. I realized I went the whole video without even bringing up Mabel, who was originally part of Team Flare and so far one of the only other returning characters confirmed for Legends EA. Though I don't think that she's gonna play a major role in terms of the main story, but there's definitely something a little weird going on with her. Just the fact that she is filling in for the professor. But I mean, like, when it comes to the mystery of the Mega Evolution, it makes a lot of sense for Emma to be looking into everything, because if it's something going on in Lumio City, that's obviously her domain. And AZ just so happening to be the wise old guy around, that is also really cool to see him involved. And obviously he's gonna need to be if he was the one who basically started everything back then. But really, I am just really glad that this character who was alone for himself for so long gets to hang out with a bunch of new friends. And really the same goes for Emma, somebody who lived by herself on the streets only with her Esper Mimi, now having grown up and being more of a leader. I just really like that progression. Like I said, I wanted to post this earlier, but things just didn't work out that way, but at least we can talk about it now. So let me know what you think in the comments about what exactly is going on, and which character you're most excited to see in Legends EA. Anyway, I should be off and get back to my own investigation and preparation before Lumio City just absolutely blows up. Thank you to every channel member for your continued support, including the Great Gators, Alex with Shiny Hunts, Justin Dowes, Cosmo Zero, Tyler Hopper, Koi13, Cemetery Hill, Cheez-It62, GatorKid509, TF, Mathaclock947, Taijirai, Justin R, Phantom, and Quago. If you would like to support, see your name here, get access to emotes, for comments, live streams, sometimes early videos, and our members podcast, you can become a channel member today. You can also follow me on Twitter and Blue Sky as well for more memes. Anyway, this is GatorX, and I will catch you all later.
Two worlds collide. Powerful Pokemon shape the future. Pokemon trading card game XY Fates Collide. In stores now. Each booster pack of 10 cards sold separately. Cards vary by pack.